Can you tell us a little bit about one of your triangle that you talked about, leaders? What makes a good leader?
A couple of things, and it might be the same question about describing what leaders are in terms of my triangle, and I think what makes a good leader. There are three characteristics for each of these elements, like I just gave you three for goals. Eventually we'll probably get to all of them. But if you look at leaders, three things that leaders need to be doing are setting expectations, and then they let people go to work, get out of the way. Be around and provide support. So you have an open door, people can come in and talk to you, you're asking them how are things going, you have scheduled meetings where you're reviewing the work being done. And the last one is the giving feedback. When I came up with this, a little tangent story. I was coaching a fellow who was being promoted. He was an expert in information technology and systems, and he's being promoted to a team leader position. I was asked to coach him because his boss said, something's wrong, I'm not sure he wants this job, but I think he's really good. So I went in to talk to him, and he was very quiet, and I finally asked him, I said, do you know you've been being promoted? He said, yes, and I said, is there something wrong? He says, I'm not sure I want the job. I said, why not? Because I was trained as a physicist, he says. He says, and I know technology, so I understand systems. I don't understand people. Can you give me a system for managing people? Now, I'd been in this business for a long time. I had many performance models in my head. I did not have something that I could tell him that I thought fit. So I said, that's a good question. We meet again. I'm going to go away and think about this. So I went away and I sort of doodled with everything I know about leadership and management. And I came up with these three sort of practices that managers need to have. You need to set expectations, provide support, and give feedback. So I went back to him and I said, here's your system. He understood that system and he took the job and it worked. So I believe that's what good leaders, no matter what level they're at, need to be able to do well. And that takes some consideration about how do you set expectations and how do you build that relationship. Because now you're talking to performers. If it's a CEO, they're talking to their management team. They might be doing it in shorthand, but they need to be doing it. They need to be providing support, being available, certainly, and being able to give their managers feedback. The driver under all that is, and I think makes a great leader, is having interest in the people who work for you. You can't do it. It's not just about the work. It's about the work and that individual. You're going to see that throughout the book that I'm talking about. How do you create a culture of engagement and execution? So it's not a soft skills book alone. It's both. It deals with the soft skills and the hard work of executing.